campers. Today I thought I'd give you just a little bit of an insight into what it's like to go for an eye test during this whole coming out of lockdown scenario that we've currently got going on. You'll notice today that my glasses are back, as are the great big huge hoodies, because it's been nice and warm over the past, I don't know, a few days, a few weeks maybe, and now all of a sudden it's gone to pot and it's chucking it down to rain and it's really windy. And I was just like, yeah, I'm cold now. I'm cold, my rain nose disease is kicking in, so I had to go in and dig my nice, trusty, good old faithful uni jumper from out of the bottom of my wardrobe. Yes, so glasses are back. Are they repaired? Nah. This pair is my old pair, basically. The prescription in these is the one that I desperately needed updating because I couldn't see very well, and I sort of knew it needed doing like around the end of March, but unfortunately at that point we were all in lockdown, so the opticians were all closed, and I was sitting there going, oh no, not only are they broken, like, look how broken these things are. Look, it's not supposed to do that. Look, it's actually fixed with needle and thread. Look. Like, honestly. Genuinely had to be fixed with a needle and thread. What basically happened was the hinge disintegrated and the screw came out, and so did all the other bits of the hinge, and basically I had to drill a couple of holes in the side of the plastic frame so that I could pass the needle through and fix it. So yeah, hinges seem to be my arch nemesis on glasses, because whenever my glasses break, it's always the hinge. It's always a screw's popped out or the hinge is disintegrated. Like the first time I broke my glasses, a screw popped out because I dropped them, and then every other time after that, it's always been the hinge. Always been the hinge has disintegrated. And it's like, why is that? Is there something in like the oils on my face that just gets into the hinges and disintegrates them? Or are they just not designed to last any more than 6 months? Now, as the world is starting to open up again, as everybody comes back from lockdown, what's happening is opticians are now starting to open, but they're opening on limited hours and with limited appointments. Most of the time you can either ring them up or you can book straight online. For mine, I just went on to Specsavers' website and I just booked mine online. I got the soonest one. I was like, I can't see. It literally got to the point where I was walking around squinting on my glasses, I can't see. And then I realised that Specsavers was open like the next week. I was like, yes, I really need to go get my eyes tested. However, what you will notice when you attend your appointment is that things are quite different now. Prior to my appointment, like the day before, I had a phone call from Specsavers and I was just basically told that before I went in for my appointment I'd have my temperature checked and I'd be asked to sanitise my hands and basically to observe social distancing measures wherever possible. An important thing to remember is that yes, opticians and other shops are now starting to open up, however things inside are different. When I went for my appointment, it was a nice Saturday morning. I got a nice early appointment because I like to be up early and just to get things out of the way. I know 9 o'clock is a dreadful time to be up on a Saturday morning, but needs must. And when I attended my appointment, I was asked to wear a mask. I picked up this one from Little Boutique, which is a nice thick cotton and mesh mask. It's got moons on it and it's got adjustable elasticy straps on the back, and basically it just fits over your face. Let's see if I can get it on, shall we? So, ta-da! I've got my nice little moon mask on now. While I have got it on, it is very soft and it is exceptionally comfortable. It's not like a normal paper mask where it kind of rubs against your face. This one's cotton inside. It's like a thick t-shirty cotton kind of fabric. The only downside to wearing a mask is that with your glasses, obviously they steam up. It does get a little warm in there though, so it takes a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, this is my little moon mask from Little Boutique. I'll drop their link in the description box below, and it's got moons on it. It's so cute, look at that, moons. I'm so pleased. So yes, I was asked to wear a mask during my eye test, which you can imagine feels a bit strange and it is a little bit odd. When I first arrived for my appointment in my town centre, all the main street has been split off into two sections with a chalk line, and there's arrows in, so I had to make sure I was in the right lane for going in that same direction. And outside Specsavers itself, there were these little dots that were 2 metres apart where I'd have to stand outside basically and wait for someone to come out and shout my name. And when I first went in, I had the receptionist take my name, and then she checked my temperature with one of these laser temperature thermometer thingies. I haven't ever had my temperature taken with one of those before. Now, you are asked to sanitise your hands as well, and it is slightly odd because everyone's either got a face mask on or they've got on a visor of some description. So it is quite odd. You sort of see, like, you can't when everyone's got a mask on, you can't really tell their expression, and it's quite hard to hear them sometimes. I'm quite hard of hearing, especially on my right hand side. I had an ear infection a couple of years ago, and basically my ear has never fully recovered. So sometimes, particularly if people are far away or they're on my right hand side, I will lip read, and obviously I can't do that when you've got a mask on. I do it with a visor because they're clear and I can obviously see your lips to be able to read them, but if you've got a full on face mask on like this one, then I can't. So that's another thing that I had to get used to, is that I can't always lip read, and I can't always see people when they smile either, particularly not if they've got like full on mask on. Anyway, so for my appointment, went through all the usual tests, all the usual medical history things, all the big Harry Potter glasses, had the lenses swapped in and out. I think that was the only time that social distancing can't really be done during this appointment, was when they were swapping in and out the lenses. However, when the back of my eyes were checked, when the optician comes in front of you and shines a bright light in your eyes, there were screens in front of all the machines, so obviously then creates a barrier between you and the optician. So my prescription definitely did change. Unfortunately now I'm in double figures on my right eye. Scary thoughts. My left eye's like -7 and my right eye's now like -10, so I need quite a strong prescription for my eyes, and it's a bit, oh dear. It's quite a change from last time when I was -7 in this eye, -6.25 in this eye. Oh dear. Then after my eye check was done, the way that Specsavers had set out their layout was to make it all one way, so I went up one staircase into the room where my eye test was done, and then I went out and down another staircase at the back and into the bit at the back where you sit with someone and they help you choose your glasses. Now, because of the whole COVID and lockdown, Specsavers won't let you actually walk around the shop to try on the different glasses. You have to stay seated, and the person that's helping you pick your glasses will go and pick up a few frames for you, so you sort of specify what sort of shape you're after. I wanted some that were quite similar to these. I like this shape because I can, when I look around and move my head and look up and down, I can see full field of vision. I don't have like a frame blocking the way like I do sometimes when I have the normal rectangular ones. So I like these big chunky styles. Plus apparently they're quite fashionable now. My parents always laugh and say, yeah, but they're really old-fashioned spectacles. They're old-fashioned NHS style spectacles, and like nobody wanted them back in the day, and now they're like really fashionable. Yeah, but I like them. I have full field of vision, and it's great. You're also limited to trying on, I think it was 6 pairs, the guy said, but obviously this may be bent a little bit. It was definitely bent for me. I looked at a few styles of different frames online before I went, and that's definitely something that I would advise you to do, is to have a look online and look at what kind of frames you want. If you can, screenshot them, and then so when they ask you what sort of glasses, what sort of styles do you like, you can sort of go, actually I was looking online and I like this pair. So you can sort of show them, and if they've got them in stock then they can just obviously go and get them and bring them straight over to you. So I told lovely Simon, who was helping me, that I liked glasses of a similar style to this, and I like black, I like blue. I I was interested in gold and silver bits on the sides, and so he went off and he said, right, okay, I'll go and have a look and see what we've got. And he came back with 6 pairs to start off with. Of those 6 pairs, I think I tried 4 of them on. 2 of them were an absolute definite no. One of them was a dark green Bowman pair, and dark green just isn't for me. And one of them was a little bit wacky, it had all like flowers and stuff all over the side, again not for me. But the rest were quite similar, so I sort of tried them on and had a look in the mirror. See, the problem when you wear glasses all the time like me, and then when you try on these frames, is that you then can't see what you look like with the frames on. You have to be like literally nose in front of the mirror to actually see what you look like with the frames on. So a lot of guesswork is involved in choosing my glasses, and a lot of asking the salesperson, what do you think? Do you think they suit me? Because I can't really see. If you do want a second opinion over whether your glasses suit you or not, do feel free to ask them. Anyway, I tried the 4 pairs on. A couple of them I wasn't keen on. Again, I wasn't keen on the hinges. As I've said before, hinges tend to be a little bit flimsy and I tend to break them quite easily. So it was a kind of a, I want ones with great big huge thick hinges on that hopefully are going to be a bit more durable. 2 of these pairs had quite flimsy kind of hinges on, so I was like, nah, perhaps not. And then I picked up the 2 others, put one on and thought, oh, I really like these. And then the second pair that I got were quite similar. Both of them were black frames. One of them had little gold accents on the hinges and the other one had gold accents going across the top. However, the one with the gold accents going across the top looked a bit odd when I put it on my face. It was like the way the light reflected off the gold, it was a bit odd. With my face looked a bit odd, and the shadow of the gold across the top was kind of a bit weird. So I thought, perhaps not that one. But the one that I tried on that had the gold accents on the hinges, I thought, oh, I really like these. So that was one pair that I'd found. Because I have the designer specs offer, which is usually 2 for 1 or 2 for a set price, I think mine were both 2 for £149, excluding like all your lens coatings, etc., all the added on bump that comes with it. I decided perhaps I'm going to go for a second pair because I break them quite often. Then it means that hopefully I'll have 2 pairs of glasses by the end still. Fingers crossed. So yeah, back went Simon, having a look for some similar kind of glasses. He brought back another 6 pairs and I looked at them and I was like, no, I don't like any of those. Again, some of them were, I think he had a pair that were pink and it was immediately no. He had a pair that were dark blue and I tried them on, but they just were the wrong shape. They were quite square rather than like a rounded cat eye kind of shape that I like. So I sort of thought, no, I'll put them on the not quite keen pile. I had a look at the other 4 and was just like, nah, they're not really for me, not really my style. So back went Simon again to go and find some more glasses. Thankfully though, he did come back with another pair, and yes, I picked them. In the end, the bill for my glasses came to about £190, which sounds like quite a lot, but hey, I got 2 pairs of designer specs, lenses, coatings, so I think I usually pay about £400 without like the offers if I buy them separately. So that's quite good. And they'll last me a year, so what's that, like, my maths is awful, but ooh. So I think it's just under £1 a day, isn't it, per year? I don't know, it's not even £1, is it? Yeah, maths brain's gone. I'll work it out and stick it below somewhere. Then when I went to the till to pay, there's like a specific spot where you have to stand. There's obviously screens up behind the till. Make sure you stand on the nice green spot. They do also like you to pay contactlessly, so obviously took out my debit card to pay for them. I don't carry that much around in cash, no way. I stuck it in the machine, put my pin in, and it declined, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the first time it's ever happened to me as an adult. I was like, oh no, and then took the card out and thought, perhaps there's something wrong with the chip, wiped it, took it back in again, put the pin back in again, thinking perhaps I typed the pin in the wrong one, and then it declined again, and I was sitting there going, oh no, there's like plenty of money left in my account, like I knew some out of my savings when I was saving up for this pair. Oh, I was like, oh no, I'm actually having a small panicky meltdown. Oh. I felt really nervous throughout this whole experience anyway because I have anxiety. It's not quite as bad, but this has like been the first time I've been outside on my own into town since this whole lockdown thing started, so that's a good 3-4 May, June. Yeah, so about 3-4 months. So I was a bit panicky already, and then that happened and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no, this is like the first time this has ever happened. It's like, oh, the first time that adulting is not going well is when your card declines as Specsavers. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to call the bank or whatever. I was panicking like, oh. So I texted my dad, I was like, are you still in town? Because sometimes he goes to Wilco to get his bird seed on a Saturday, and he was like, no, I'm at home. I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do now? And then Simon very kindly said that I could pay for them once I got home, just ring them up and pay for them with another card, which is exactly what I did. Oh, lifesaver. Like, honestly, I got home, I was like, oh no, worriedly checked my bank account thinking, oh no, I've not been scammed or anything, and just, oh. It's not a nice situation to be in regardless of age, and especially the first time it happens, it's just, oh my god, it just makes you panic so much. Thankfully, I think it was just an issue with the bank itself or their card machine. They did say it had been playing up a couple of times, and then I was able to ring them up and pay for them on my credit card later on that day, and thankfully that transaction went through. Sigh of relief, breathed. Specsavers also like you to make an appointment to go and pick your glasses up, just makes it a lot easier for them. My appointment was the following Sunday, again at 9:30, so I had to get up nice bright and early, trundle off into town, again stand on the spots outside, wait to be called in, and yeah, basically same drill, had my temperature checked, washed my hands, made sure my mask was on, and obviously made sure the mask was on before I got inside Specsavers, and then went and sat behind the desk with the guard behind the screen, and then he gave me my glasses, put them on, and the hard part was actually checking that obviously they can't come and like check your ears for you, sort of have to move your hair out the way and wiggle your head from side to side and like put your head down to make sure they don't fall off your face when you do look down. And so rather than them actually checking and looking to see if they feel tight or not, it's a lot more subjective, it's a lot more down to you telling them. Obviously you can go and get them adjusted at a later date if you like desperately need them doing, but both of mine were fine actually. I was slightly worried because of the mask that I had on with the big thick straps and where they sit, so it sits literally just above where my glasses are, and obviously because the nose part of the mask comes right up here and then right underneath my eyes, I was slightly worried that my glasses wouldn't quite sit on my face where they usually do, and that might affect how they fitted. But yeah, they do fit. They do fit fine. They fit fine. So, to show you what glasses I got. In the end, I chose 2 Marc Jacobs pairs of glasses, so I got both pairs for £149. Obviously, I had to pay a little bit extra for the lens coating. I always have the anti-glare lens coatings put on my glasses, so it just makes it easier for when I'm driving at night time, and obviously glare from the road in particular, and glare from blue lights. I work a lot on computers and on my phone a lot, obviously doing all this editing work for this YouTube channel, so I find that having the anti-glare really helps with the blue light and other things like that. I find it also helps with sunlight as well, but that might just be me. And I also have one of the pairs thinned down slightly because it was a thinner frame, so the lenses didn't quite look quite as Coke bottle thick. This is the problem when you get a higher prescription, you need thicker lenses. Both of them came in these little white cases, though quite how shiny and white they're going to stay, I don't know, because I tend to bash them around quite a lot. Let's get rid of these old specs. Like, I think they're in desperate need of being retired, aren't they? Honestly, look at that. Right, off you go, relegated to the emergency spare pair drawer. Bye bye glasses. So the first pair that I picked up are this is the Marc Jacobs 15. As you can see, nice chunky hinge on it. I really like my nice chunky hinges. You can see, like I've told you before, my lenses are quite thick. Look, they're a lot thicker on that side than they are on that side. Unfortunately, this is just the way my eyes are. There's not really a lot I can do to help that. And yeah, so I picked this pair. I quite like this pair actually. The front is very similar in style to my old Machino glasses that now been relegated, so I quite like this pair. It feels like a nice comfortable style. These ones are black plastic, about standard really, and they've got these little bits here on the hinges. They're quite standard, but I quite like them. I might be quite a boringy glassesy person, but yeah, I like them. I like them. They're normal everyday kind of glasses, just what I wanted really. Then again, they've got the nice kind of cat eye shape, which means that when I look round, up to the left, up to the right, up and down, then my vision field is still within the lens rather than hitting the frame or going over the top or on the underneath, which is great. These do still feel a little bit strong, but hey, it's a completely different prescription. It's not what I'm used to. I've been walking around with a wrong prescription for about 3 months now, so that's to be expected. Obviously it's something I'll get used to, but yeah, I like these. They're quite comfy as well, and they feel quite sturdy. They feel very sturdy actually. Then my second pair are the Marc Jacobs 17. They're a little bit different, aren't they? They're a little bit squarer than the other ones. The other ones are a lot rounder look. These ones are a little bit bigger and a little bit more square. They also have gold bits on the sides and then like black acetate ends. I quite like them. You also have like little translucent bits on the side here under the lens, which is a bit odd, but this is quite a nice design feature actually. When I first picked these out, I kind of thought that these were gold. I didn't realise that they were translucent. I think that was more down to the fact the lights in the opticians are very yellow based, so I think that's just been picked up on there. But I do like them. Again, nice sturdy hinges, nice big fat sturdy hinges. We like a good sturdy hinge. This was a pair that I had thinned down, obviously because the frame's a lot thinner, so these lenses feel a lot lighter, so when they're on my face I can definitely tell the difference between this pair and this pair. However, I'm quite used to wearing quite heavy glasses, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference to me. But again, when I look around, like my whole field of vision is within the lens itself and I'm not bumping into the frame on the sides, which is something I like. This pair I was trying to decide whether I keep it for like special occasions or like just for days where I'm feeling like extra bougie and want to dress it up a little bit more and not be quite so boring. But I think I'm probably going to end up wearing these as much as I wear these ones. You can see slightly that the lenses are a little bit thinner. They're not much thinner. I think they're only thin by about a third, 30% I think it was that he said. But it does make a difference. It does make an awful lot of difference, especially to my poor ears, which hopefully now won't be aching all the time after wearing my glasses for a whole day. This is why I'd like contacts, however, they just don't agree with my eyes at all. And this eye, it's fine, I can get them in and out perfectly fine. This eye, they're difficult to get in and they're difficult to get out again. They're exceptionally difficult to get out of this eye, and it was just got to the point where it took me an hour to get them out, and it wasn't doing my eye any good. And I just thought, nah, I need to sit with wearing glasses. My eyes are just not right for contacts. Now that was my experience at Specsavers post-lockdown. If you really do need an eye test, please do contact them. There are obviously procedures in place to make sure that staff and customers are both safe. There's nothing to be afraid of by all these new procedures. It's just more of a formality than anything, and basically it just takes an extra 5 seconds over the top of you usually checking in and everything else. So it's absolutely nothing to worry about at all. All the staff are lovely and friendly, and if you are worried, you can raise your concerns with them. They're very approachable and they're very lovely and also very understanding. I hope that by sharing this experience with you, I've sort of made your decision about getting an eye test post-lockdown a little bit easier, and I've sort of put your mind at rest as to what to expect in terms of the new checking in procedures and what actually happens, like with trying on glasses and choosing frames and styles and things. Definitely I would advise, before you go, look up styles of glasses that you like online. Even if they don't have that exact frame in stock, it then gives your sales representative a good idea of the kind of thing you're looking for, and they can obviously go off and find similar things to what you like to what they actually have in stock there. I hope I've put your mind at ease about the procedures and stuff involved now with a post-lockdown eye test. If you have got any questions about my experience, or whether you just want to have anything clarified, do please let me know in the comments below. Drop the question. Do also tweet or email or even ring your local optician. If you have questions, they'll be able to sort them all out for you. See you all soon. Bye.